Hey, you started early. I did start early. I give false warnings. It doesn't matter. People will be like, "Oh, 30 minutes? Well, I'll do this and then I'll go watch the stream because it's in 30 minutes." And so people show up. Otherwise, if I said like, "I'm streaming in 2 seconds. Join or get lost." People are like, "Well, I've already missed the start. Might as well not show up." Anyway, so this is how it's going. It's been quite a while. It has been quite a while. I have not had free time to. Well, I've had free time. I haven't had the chance to stream things because, there's current world event going on with. It's now gone to the D variant, and so that means we're stuck at home again. For a while at least. I mean, gotta get groceries, which is what they're doing, which is great. So I said, all right, I'm working on this game. I'm not coming with you guys. You do that. Stay out of the house. I'm going to exploit my voice for money.
Well, since you're here, Squidward, we'll give you the new member initiation. Are you ready, Patrick?
Ready!
Welcome to our club! Welcome to our club! Welcome, Squidward! Welcome, Squidward! Welcome, Squidward! Welcome, Squidward!
Woo! Nocturne giving me his money. It's amazing. I was about to bring that up too. I was like, now I don't know who, but someone's been like resubscribing to me on Twitch. But I haven't been streaming all that much, so they've kind of just been wasting money. I felt really bad. Alright. So, I got these sprites off of Open Game Art because someone was making a mod for GZ Doom and said, hey, here, have these sprites. They're public domain. And I'm like, ah! But now you know it's me. You don't feel bad then. I do feel bad, but I've talked to you and I feel like we personally know each other. So it's a different, I can tell you I'm sorry and all that, and it means something different to a random person that's on the internet, you know? Alright, so there's that. There's probably a way cooler idea of just putting in the entire sprite sheet and doing some cool code magic to pick out which ones you want. I'm doing it this way. Git has yelled at me for it. GameMaker has yelled at me for it. I'm continuing to do it. Here in North Texas, they don't care. No quarantine or nothing. Yes, I've read the news about Texas. Texas seems like a place you want to get the hell out of. The governor hasn't even made an order saying businesses aren't allowed to make mask policies. A judge overruled it, though. That's good. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Governor has even made an order saying businesses aren't allowed to make mask policies. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's bad then, because then a judge was like, no, they should be able to choose whether they not have masks. That's bad. Yeah, man, I do support you so you can do stuff you love. I love doing stuff I love and getting money for it because that means I don't have to go back to working a job. I don't work a job now, but that also means that in the future I really don't need to go get a job in case all of this turns out bad. Anyway, there's that. I'm fixing up these sprites. And then the reason why I'm doing this is because in my enemy AI states, I need the sprites so that I know that they're doing the thing. I set up pathfinding. They turn around and face the player. I'm working on the attack right now. Death, I originally had to do the stuff in here. Instead, I'm going to change it so that it manages that. But yeah, that's that. All right, the sprite. Okay, so grab his head, put him inside the red box, line him up so he's kind of like center, then line this guy up so he's in the same spot. I think I just cut off his foot. It looks fine. Alright, delete this layer because I don't need it anymore. Cut out all the cyan because I'm not doing any special shader stuff that cuts it out automatically, like actual Doom. Trim all frames. And ta-da! Did I put the extra frame on the other one? Yeah, here's shoot. Alright. That one's good. That one's good. This one, okay. The way I put these into GameMaker is horrible. And by doing it this way, I've learned that either I'm wrong or GameMaker needs to update how it imports sprites. Governor wants to choose judge over the business community. That's good. Wait, no. The governor wanted us to choose. A judge overruled it so the business can force it. That's good. Yeah, but at the same time, they can also be like, yeah, we don't care, which is bad. So you're doing the switch statement instead of making something like structs for your state machine. Boo on you. I tried doing structs, and then I realized that structs are weird, so after the jam, I'll brush up on structs and do stuff with that. Right now, I'm doing what I know, which has been working so far. Structs are for pussies. Real man use switch. Well, if it isn't too vulgar, I guess I am what I eat. Anyway, I used the wrong colors. You got me all screwed up. Alright. These are kind of all arbitrary. What am I doing? Just auto trim all frames. Look, now they're centered. God. I'll center them and then I'll have it center them. That'll work. Actually, I used structs for something for the first time this week. Never found a need for them till now. Yeah, structs would be super helpful with a lot of things I've been doing. So I guess I say this for every jam game, but so far it hasn't been true. In a post-jam version, I'll fix that up. This one, however, I probably will make a post-jam version because I've just been like really into doing 3D stuff for a while. Auto trim all frames. Doop boop. Oh no! Oh no! It did the thing! Oh no! Ah no! Okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. He just needs to have his feet touching the floor. Okay. Now, image, auto trim all frames. Ta-da! Yay! And then bottom center. Why bottom center? I'll get that when we finish this. Okay. Copy this. Paste this. Move that over. I hate that it puts it right after the one I did, even though I'm clicking on this one and it should go put it after this one, and it's like, ah! Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Image. Auto trim all frames. It did the thing again. Alright, put it down. He's touching the floor. Grab it. Put him down. Image. Auto trim all frames. Ta-da. Bottom center. I didn't do this for all these up here. These are like really, really big. But it works, so I'm not going to touch them. I'm scared. It'd probably help with like the compile time, but whatever. I have patience. And I have gotten into a code habit where I code good code and make silly mistakes. So I have no worries about wasting time with large compile times. Okay, there's that. Auto trim all frames. I find it easier to keep states more compartmentalized using structs. You can then just call a function on a struct and assume it will be there no matter what the state actually is. Yes, it's all just a matter of taste, though. To be honest, I'm impressed with what you've been doing. As someone who is 3D phobic and just doesn't get the maths involved, it's cool to see what you're doing. So I've been following Dragon Knight Spam's tutorials, and they've been amazing. And then I kind of like ran off with what he was teaching, and then I did my own things. I tried making Wolfenstein. That's good, and I mean this game's still kind of like Wolfenstein, but it fits GameMaker's 2D-ness very well, and it's very simple to start 3D with. So yeah, I recommend if you're getting into 3D with GameMaker, make a Doom clone. Using Cosmego Pro Motion for my sprite editing, it may be my first project doing pixel art, but I'm using the good stuff to do it. You don't need to trim the sprites, by the way. GameMaker will automatically remove all the blank spaces around the edges. Yes, the reason why I'm doing the trimming is just so I can use bottom center rather than setting the origin myself. It's just like I can just do that, and then like the feet are exactly where it needs to be. It has some quirks too, like you can't select stuff and move it around. Selecting makes a brush instead. I use Paint.net. This has gotten me far. Look at this. This is the sprite sheet. I will look into how to do sprite sheet stuff, because I'm running into that issue with like walls and shit. Okay, so that is his attack ranged animations. All right, now I can get into why everything needs to be at the bottom, right? So, it's all drawn as a billboard. I can change this back, by the way. All right, get rid of that. Go up to my, and the camera, draw things. Is draw things open? No, this is draw helper. That's what I need. Cut this out. Replace this with 0. Perform billboard draw. Outcast. Outcast dead. Why are you bitching? Oh. There we go. Okay. Enemies. Transparency last. That's good. Everything's in here. So the reason why it has to be at their feet is because of the billboard and how it's being drawn. So when I start the game, this is my favorite part. Yeah. See, that's a small problem. There we go. Ta-da! And because the origin's at the bottom, they're drawn from the floor up. Or they're Z coordinate, but I made it the floor, so they just stand on the floor. And if I press L... Ah! Ah! Look, they're dead. It's amazing! And then I can come over here and it's like, oh, this wall looks weird. Yeah, that was like the start of this. Look at this big guy. He was the first one to test the billboard sprite stuff, but yeah. Oh no, we're dead. You can see them floating. No! He doesn't need to be 1 anymore. He can be 0. It'll be fine. So I've got that. I need to make... This is the biggest bullshit. Alright, instead of walking, we need attack ranged. Okay, boop. 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 No! No! Boop. 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 Enemy outcast. Is it just attack ranged? R? Because I changed it from right to R, because that's easier to put. Right. Back right is BR. Back is B. Back left is BL. Left is L. Forward left is forward left. Forward. Forward right. I'm a Photoshop snob. Adobe Player. Photoshop for animated sprites would suck. I mean, it's probably the best tool you could use for doing anything with images. I certainly use it for other 2D stuff, though, just not pixel art. Not when you've been using it for about 30 years.
I could use anything else at this stage.
Yeah, so my Paint.net has a plugin that allows me to take people's Photoshop project file and load it in here, and then it will like auto convert it to layers and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, I can't claim that one. I am only 37, which may not be all that old in grand scheme of things, but it's still older than the majority of GM users. Yeah, they did. I've unironically listened to that synth cover multiple times.
It's amazing. It came out so good. I don't know why.
He is still clipped on the ceiling, poor guy. Yeah, okay. So, like, he's too big for the ceiling. I don't want to scale him down, so he'll be used in, like, special places. Oh, I am the old man of GameMaker, although I think Kazaris is about the same age, maybe?
Nocturne over here being like, back in my day, we had GM2, and it was fun.
My first GM version was 7.0. I was doing stuff in C++ and OpenGL, and then messing with the engine before I ran across GameMaker. I'm also somehow old enough to have dabbled in QBasic.
I was the young spry boy who learned batch file scripting and thought that was cool. And then he's like, wow, I want to make a video game. I can't do video game stuff with this. He tried. And then he went on YouTube and it was like, how make video game. And then what he found was people doing crazy shit like downloading a Mist and all that. And I said, well, I don't know how to use this. Came across this young boy called Sean Spalding. And then that started my GameMaker career. No, actually, first of all, I learned about Undertale, then I learned about Sean, and then I started GameMaker. And that's the story of Avensky. So that's attack range. Step in here. If it's default is 0, walk array is 0.2. Let's what did I name it? I named it sprite attack range direction array. I'll set it to 0.2 as well, and if that works, I'll set it all to 0.2. There's only like 3 frames, so this should be very slow. And then I just need to come down here and set it to be sprite attack range direction array. Sprite attack range direction array. Good, great, awesome. So he should change his sprite when he comes, and the I'm going to screw you up stage.
I started with Spectrum 48K writing crap in BASIC.
Oh god. I've tried basic. Basic's basic. But if you don't do it right, it's a god, why is it doing this? I thought I fixed this. Why are they invisible? So when they're running, it's all good, it's all fixed, it's all Gucci. But when they change it to sprite attack arranged, it breako. Yeah, sprite state, sprite array index. Sprite state equals da 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 da. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 8. Outcast all of those. If it's larger than what it was before, set it to the end one, and then it will loop around. Image speed is 2. I'm not understanding why it's broken again. Maybe running the game again will fix it. Let's see about that. Come get me. Yeah, and then they disappeared. Mayhaps the origin is wrong. Bottom center. 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 Nope, that's not it. Alright, cool. If I run into this problem over and over again, I'm going to get very, very annoyed.
Clear the cache. When anything weird happens, you should always clear the cache.
But it makes compile time slow. It deletes all the data. It works on my machine, so, you know, download my temporary files. Alright. Let's see if clearing the cache had anything to do with it. Eat my butt. Wow. So they're there, it's not drawing the sprites. But I'm using the exact same thing as them walking. Did I spell it wrong? Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Haha, I spelt it wrong. Look at me. It was doing it right. I was doing it wrong. Watch. And now if they come and eat my butt. Yay! But there is so much traffic outside my house, and I hate it. If you wish to not hear the traffic outside my house, please donate and subscribe. And with your combined monies, you can help me buy an AC so I don't need to listen to it. Alright. They all kind of slidey. I can be like... And then I'll do stuff when I get around to it. But then, yeah, it kills things. Wow. That took way longer than it should have to make, and I don't care how long it took. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, we be human. That happens. Do you realize that weapon selected is not being reset when I reset the game? I love it. It works perfectly. I made the sound effect for it from other different sounds effects. I love it. I love it. It's great. Touch you. Touch you. Okay. So that's attack range. So now when they get into that, they are firing non-stop. So basically, where should I put code to think about their... I guess it has to be in the same place. Okay. It's got to be in the same place as their speed. That makes this worthwhile rather than being like, oh my god, what are you doing? Okay. So if your attack, enemy can shoot, if enemy can shoot, image speed equals 2. If image index is greater than or equal to image number minus 1. Oh wait, no, that's last. I want it in the middle. Divided by 2? Right? That's 3. That's 1.5. GameMaker rounds up, I think. So this will never actually do anything. Great. Only because I have an odd number. Unless now this is the same exact whole number, okay? And so that should catch it in the middle of it doing stuff. Why is this yelling? Oh, I have an extra one of these. All right. So if it's in the middle, image speed equals 0. All right. So now they should fire, freeze for a second, and then I'll do code to make it do a projectile and hit me in the face. Eat. Oh yeah, that's a thing. I should probably define what this is. Alright, I can close that real quick. Can shoot equals true. Kind of wish that GM would yell when you make an error now. I hear you ask what. I kind of wish that GM would yell when you make an error. Now I hear you ask why is it yelling. I think I made that joke on the forum before, where like we should be able to customize the error sound that GameMaker makes. So like, I cause a crash and it goes ah.
Would certainly make development an adventure.
I approve any IDE change that makes coding funny, right? If I make an error and it screams at me, I'm more inclined to solve that problem. Or maybe not inclined to solve that problem. But it makes it more exciting than being like, why isn't this working? Okay. Okay, that's close. Not the one we're looking for. I really need to fix that hitbox. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da, dead.
Marketplace, Visual Studio. Visual Studio. I can't open that link. Hold on. Now I can open that link. I clicked the link. Open it. Thank you.
Google?
Google all. Power mode. Oh yeah, I saw your gifs of this on Twitter. They were right when they said it can't be done, at least not properly. VS Code does not expose the DOM as part of the API. Instead, this extension relies on using text editor declarations to set CSS properties and ranges of the editor. This has a few limitations. The cursor doesn't move with the text as it shakes and lean characters. If and when GameMaker or Yo-Yo, if and when Yo-Yo ever gets around to actually making plugins, and that would mean they would have to have some kind of like API for it. I'm sure someone would be able to figure that out. If not, then I'll figure it out. Because like it's kind of like a hack, but you can like make custom skins for it, but you can't like add new buttons. I say that. Yellow Afterlife made new buttons, so maybe they know. I like the typewriter sound in Opera GX. I wouldn't mind that in GMS too. It's called your keyboard. Get a loud keyboard. They're making or they made a modern day Model M keyboard that sounds like a Model M keyboard,
and I want one, but it's like $1,000. Only because people buy them and they're like, people want these, so let's sell them higher than what they're being sold for. And it's like, oh, well, you're a dick. Alright, so attack. He does that. Issue is that this is higher than what we need. Let's steal you. Yes, okay, so I'm setting it to 2. It needs to be 1. How do math to make 1? Image number. It doesn't really matter, but at the same time, if I ever change it, I want it to just update. You know, I don't want to like fix code. I don't want it hard coded. Image number. You could just do 1 and have it done. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna. Hi. Hi. Hey, Kathy. How's it going? I'm trying to do math in my head, and it's not working. So let's pretend this is a magic number, and we don't know what it is, right? We need to get this to 1. Fuck it. Just make it 1. Stop being an idiot. I want to be a good programmer. Shut up. That's interesting. Why is he correct, but these two aren't? That's, Mayhaps we do need to do the magic get special number function. Alright. If I hit you, he does it. If I hit in the center, it kills 2 of them. That's the issue. I can't fix that without changing the collision code, and I am not touching the collision code. The blue one and the purple one don't do anything different yet. I'm also
Rage quit.
I'm also going to have something else that pops up so it's more obvious what weapon you have selected. Or spell. I call them weapons because you can change it out for like gun sprites, but yeah, what spells you have selected. Alright. I also made the font that's in this game. Because I tried finding one, it didn't work. So I just took GZ Doom and like made my own sprite thingy from that, and it's all good. It's a lot darker than it should be, and that's because collar. But if I get rid of the collar, it's like okay. So I took these, I put them on a nice little template from this website. I threw it in, but they wanted it to be all black, which means these are just black things, and it doesn't like look like this, right? And then I looked up how to do it in GameMaker, and I did it that way, which is probably also part of the reason why this takes forever to compile. Which, hold on, now that I think about it. Oh, wait, no, that's a bad idea because it's being drawn every frame. I was going to put it on its own texture sheet, but then that's causing vertex batches breaks, and that's not good. What am I doing? Yes, I'm fixing, I want it to stop in the middle. Okay, you're trying to have a static sub-image 0 there. I'm trying to check for if it's at, like, the middle of the animation to pause it until I tell it to continue. Which, now that I think about it, I can just get rid of this one. And then just check the last frame, and it'll do the same thing. And then I'm just gonna reset it back to 0. That's an easier solution. Any trick to get out of doing math is fine in my book. Also, if anyone has like a good like Spotify playlist to play, uh, something that won't give me copyright strikes and is like programmer themey, then by all means let me know and I'll play that because quiet streams are kind of boring. Right, so there's that. They're all there. I can go into here. Nope, not there. Into here. If it is image number, do I do -1 in this case? I think so, and image is 0.
Math is the best.
I'll tell you why math sucks here in a second. Okay. Come eat my butt. Look, it works because of skills. Yay! Okay. Why does math suck, says Avinsky. Because of this, says Avinsky. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to read it to you. So, to get the special Doom sprites, right? We first get the direction the player is facing. This is code I added afterwards. If direction does not equal the same as the player's direction, then the sprite angle is direction plus the angle difference of direction and the player angle. Got that? Okay. If these are the same, the sprite angle equals whatever direction we are currently facing plus 270 minus the direction we're facing. The reason why is I'm kind of cheating here. We want to get the special direction of 315 because then down here math does calculation stuff and gives us the correct frame we need. So there's that. And then it does the special, it's, my God, your look direction's outside of 360. What are you doing? And then it gets the frame difference of 360 degrees divided by 8 different directions. You get that. You get your angle divided by the frame difference, which is like what cardinal directions, so it's 45 degrees. Divide that by what you're looking at, you get that. Put it into the array, you get the correct sprite. This took me all day. So I woke up at around 9 o'clock because I suck at sleeping apparently. And this took me until like about 12 p.m. to figure out. Was kind of panicking, was about to give up, and then I figured it out using math.
Math actually has a certain power, so many things can be done easily with some basic math. Even something like random number gens are just math.
If I got this far in programming without knowing math, I will continue to program without doing math until I die. Fight me. Alright. So, if enemy can shoot, and it's this, the animation stops. We need to create a pellet, right? So I want to know if I can just copy the enemy pellet, or no, the player's pellet. It looks like I can. I'll just add, if I did that though, the ones that the player fires would collide with itself upon being created, and thus the player will kill himself, or their self. And that's not good. So if I make a copy of this, which is kind of redundant, I could use that and just have it, instead of checking for all this crap. Well, I still have to check for all this crap. I would replace the enemies with the player. That's what I'm going to do.
You know, it took a while, but you can be proud of what you did. I'm sure you'll get used to it.
No.
Div is integer divide, right? I actually looked into this a while ago. So if you do the actual like slash, right? If you do this, if you do 0 divided by 0 equals no. Like so like C equals 0 divided by 0. This will crash. This will give you a divide by 0 error. If you do div, this is 0. That's why we're using div here. I yelled at, I sent a message to Yo-Yo about it, and they said, oh, we'll look into this. This is like inconsistency. They have not changed it or ever messaged me about it again, so I'm assuming they're not going to do anything. Which is good, because I'm using it that way now.
But divide by 0 should always be an error because you can't divide by 0. When you do that on a calculator and it gives you 0, it's lying to you. Alright. I want to duplicate this. That's bad. Don't do that. I'm doing it anyway. OBJ bullet fire. Enemy. Oh no, it should be bullet because it's a bullet. Enemy. Fire. Basically, yes, at dev cafe, if you did division with integers, div gives the value and the mod gives the remainder. Okay, so the code that I showed you before, this code, it actually didn't use mod, it used the % sign. So I was confused for a long while, like what the % sign was, so I had to Google all that. Turns out, it's called an accessor operator, and there's different operators than just bitwise operators. So I learned about that, realized mod was the same thing, and just switched to that so I knew what it meant. Alright. I don't need an array for this because there's only one player. I'm not adding multiplayer, so there's only one player. So I just need to get rid of this. Check player. So obj underscore player dot shape dot check shape. This is also Dragonite Spam's collision code. So there's that. OBJ player dot HP minus equals damage. Damage is defined by how I did that. I'll define it in the code I'm using to spawn the pellets. Position's good. Check is good. It will hit walls. It will hit doors, so you can run behind a wall real quick. It's an audio emitter, so it plays sounds, which is good. Is because it will sound far away, and then it will come and hit you in the face and be really, really loud. And that's that. Okay, so do this. Instance create. Okay. Let me steal code from the GUI. Where did I put the GUI? The GUI is not open. Where is it? Where are you? There we go. There we go. I'm just going to steal that. And plop that here. There we go. Okay. So create bullet. Bullet is at RX, RY. I think our direction would be fine. If they start shooting out of their butts, we know there's an issue. Var bullet is engine crate, bullet fire, bullet, enemy fire. There's no mana cost for enemies because that's redundant. Sprite index is weapon fire. Direction equals direction. Speed will equal. Let's give the player some time to run out of the way by giving it like a 4. Damage can be 1 for right now. Alarm 0 will be room speed. That can shoot equals false. There we go. I'll change this in a bit, but what I want to do is I want him to run away after he shoots, and then wait a few seconds, and then shoot again. That's basically what I want to do. But let's see if this works first, and then we'll deal with it.
So 3 div 2 would make 1. 3 mod 2 is also 1. Yep, sorry, I was gone for a bit. Twitch borked out for a sec. And C, I can just cast to init. I love C. Yeah, there are certainly advantages C languages have, even C hash. And yes, make sure to know the difference between bitwise and not bitwise. Not directed at anyone in particular, the advice can apply to me too, easy to forget.
Alright, this will be fun. Come fight me! Well, that's interesting. Okay. As fun as that is, that's wrong. So let's start with one bug at a time. Okay, so the first one is...
Hey, damn it!
The first one is, and most importantly, they're not being drawn. So to fix that... There we go. Now they're being drawn. The second issue is, it seems like they're staying where the enemy is, or either firing behind the enemy. So there's that. The third issue is they're killing themselves. Which I thought I prevented, but I guess not. Walls, doors, check enemies. Did I replace the players with the... Let's just cut that out. Paste that there. Cut this out. Paste that there. Sorry, boys. Okay. I don't think this will fix the issue where they're on themselves, but they won't be killing themselves now. Oh! OBJ player HP not set before reading it. Okay. Okay, so let's just use the global then. So global dot player. Where is it? Health. Minus equals damage. And then instance destroy, that'd be good. So yes, they can now shoot at my face.
Oh god, there goes Tiny Penis with his loud car because of his massive tiny penis.
So anyway, just watch for like 10 minutes waiting for Evan to talk. Then I realized I have my Bluetooth connected instead of my headphones. Some audio device playing my voice. Your entire family is like, who the hell is this guy talking out of the speaker? Why is he so against math? Oh god, oh god. So the one issue is that they're constantly just shooting me in the face. And this isn't pleasant. They do like 3 damage at a time because there's 3 of them. They're still shooting even though I'm dead. So this is fun. They're really going at it.
Rage quit.
Alright. Alright, let's see if I can, like, dodge them. Oh! Yeah, it seems like as long as, like, I'm not staying still, they can't shoot me. So I may give, like, the bullets a tiny curve towards you if you're moving. But, yeah, that worked pretty good. I like that. I think I'll change the color of the blood to be red because the purple kind of stands out too much in this like a gritty wasteland. So there's that. Yeah, you know, Evan wasn't going to be quiet. Only my ET jam entry made him quiet for a few minutes. Global? Ah, I'm getting flashbacks. Getting and setting flashbacks. It's okay, Kathy. It's called game dev. Don't worry about it. Alright, so there's that. Maybe. Rather than room speed 2? Oh, no, that's divided by 2. That's the issue. It should be 2. And so that's like 2 seconds they're not shooting at your face. Come kill me! Kill me! Ah! Ah! What's funny is, if I get out of range while they're shooting, they kind of slide around. They all hunch together, though, and I don't like it. Oh, I know how to fix that. Where's the, control path find? This will cause a lot of lag. Possibly. Just add the enemy object as a place it cannot go to. And then I guess what I'll do... Okay. So after the create, alarm 0 equals room speed. What's a good update percentage? It shouldn't be every frame, because that's... Wow. Do it every other frame. And then an alarm 0. We will copy this, because I never use this. This is old. Paste that in there. So now I'll update the grid with the, where the enemies are. You know what? I'll remove that because I don't think walls and doors are going to be moving in this game. Or at least not in the general sense of, my God, the door is moving away from me. Wait, can I swear on this channel? It's been working for Battle Rifle, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for you. Room speed is appreciated. I think you're supposed to be using game get speed or something now. Depreciated does not mean the same as don't use this. Pro GML skills. Right. Oh, they're not moving because they're seeing themselves as an invalid spot. That's why. Damn. Quick, Yo-Yo, give an update real fast. Tell me, add a new parameter to this so I can do not me. Game get speed, game speed, FPS. Could they possibly have made it longer to type? Oh, you know what I could do? Just so we're all good. Oh, can I not copy from Twitch chat? Damn it. Game get speed, frame per sec. Stop changing what it is. Game get speed type. Let's look at the manual. What does the manual This function can be used to get the game speed as either the number of the game frames to run per second or as the number of microseconds per game frame. Note that this is not the actual running speed FPS value. For that, use FPS real variable, but rather than the number of the game frames FPS that the game will attempt to maintain each second, or the length of each game frame in microseconds that the game will try to maintain, MPF. When you use this function, you will need to give one of the following constants, which will determine the type of return value. Game speed FPS gets the game speed using frames per second. Game speed microseconds gets the game speed using microseconds per frame. So for example, if the game speed is set at 30 in the game options and you use the FPS type, then the function will return 30. But if you use the MPF, then the function will return 3. Syntax. Game get speed type. Type. The type and method to use to get the game speed, see constants above. Returns real. Example. If game speed FPS does not equal 60, game set speed 60 game speed FPS. The above code checks to see if the game is running with the game speed of 60 FPS, and if not, it sets it to 60 FPS. So I need to do something like this that will piss everyone off real fast. You ready for this? Game speed, game get speed. I forgot what it was already. Game speed FPS. I was brought food. All right, so there's that, right? But then I'm gonna pull a fast one on you. Oh, and then get rid of that. And so now, I just replace all my room speed. I should really make a copy of this real fast. Game making drive, game making, projects, jams, 42, get GUI, rescan, state changed, yep. Going to do something dangerous. Commit. Push. Push. Ah! Alright, that did that. So now, Control Shift F, room speed, replace with game speed. Oh wow, would you look at that? Nothing changed. It's amazing. Almost as if that was entirely pointless. But hey, you know what? The old one was depreciated. Can't use that now, can we? That's why you combine the MP grid with the potential functions. The grid can get the initial direction to go, and the potential tries to get there while avoiding things like other enemies. Sorry, Avinsky? No, you're fine, Silent. Are the MSEX floats? I guess everything is a float in GM. Everything is a float in GM until you try doing extensions. And extensions, the only numbers GM will deal with is doubles.
Yes, integers don't exist in GML, except some functions require them, and likely just convert behind the scenes if they aren't. You had to know the Hitchhiker's jokes were coming for Jam 42. That's 100% how it should be done. I thought that's already what I'm doing. I'm using MP grid path, not like potential step. That's my issue. This is basically what they're using. This is old, as you can tell from this. So, if you guys have a, I'm gonna be eating ASMR while I'm talking. If you guys have a better solution, rather than MP grid path, that allows me to check for enemies in the grid, and not have them count themselves, then by all means, let me know. Yeah, you're just doing the path, but you aren't doing any enemy avoidance at all. The enemy avoidance is from the grid. It uses grid path, right? So it's made a path using the grid. Yeah, you get the path, then you move from point to point on it using MP potential step. I mentioned above, combine that MP grid path with MP potential step. You don't start the path. Okay. I'm eating French fries. I'm starting to notice. Well, starting to notice. Oh yeah, Kathy, I saw your comment. I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, one sec. I'm eating French fries. Starting to notice that fast food French fries are starting to taste worse and worse. I'm almost believing that all fast food places use cardboard with a whole bunch of like salt on them. Anyway, the story to this game is that you're Prometheus, and because I only have enough time to do like one episode, you're escaping from the pit of hell that you've been thrown into, and I guess you've killed the crow that was like eating your liver and stuff. Tutorial covers the concept about halfway down. My God, who's this Mark Alexander guy who keeps writing all this crap? Creating the grid. So add the following into the grid event: MP grid create, path add, MP grid add instances. I do that. The path script. We now need to make our script for creating the path that the enemy instances are going to follow. So make a new script resource and call it scr define path. Now copy the following code. Yep. If not npfig graph path, no path, else path set kind global path 1, path set precision global path not 8. What? You said not to use the path, but in this tutorial, you're using the path. With inst mp add instance grid false. With obj pathfinder xx equals path get point x, path get point y. If point distance position plus plus, position equals path get number global plus. Instance destroy, else path get point MP potential step to the point. There we go.
That's useful. Alright. I can use that. Okay. Alright. Rather than start the path, we then need to use the data from the path for our own potential path. That's what we're doing. Okay. What does chat say? I was reading, chat. You like my reading ASMR? Okay. There used to be an in-and-out dumpster near a gym my BF and I used to go to. It smelled absolutely rancid. Alright. Cool. I've eaten fast food since, but I've never have enjoyed it as much. The Pathfinder section. See the Pathfinder section. Isn't a path really just a list like data structure under the hood, so you can use it however you like? Yeah, it's just a list of points. Is it using MP potential step to target nodes on our journal path? I've literally just been working on this path crap for Winfinite Space. Though I'm having weird bugs around acceleration that I've been tracking. Get the acceleration speed from the point on the path and use it for your own path. So if you have a point that increases the speed, you'll increase it in your own path. I think that's how that works. I have not messed with enemy AI since Collar Splash. I didn't even touch it on Collar Splash. So, that tells you why I hate enemy AI. Alright. Yeah, that's Pathfinder. Okay. Oh, this is a function. I can do cool shit. Okay. Static my pose equals 1. So this should only be set to 1 once, right? And then XX equals path get point, not speed. Path get point X. My. Oh no, just path. Right. You guys keep having fun. I'm gonna go get my kids. I'll leave the vid open and keep your viewers up. And if you're still going when I get back, even better. I plan to for the moment. Be safe, Burkhart. If your computer, wow, what future are we living in? If your Tesla has a screen, put me on in your Tesla. Just, have it drive you to go get your kids. Have the robots raise your kids. Consume thy flesh. Anyway. Okay, so, my pose. Right? Do the same for Y. There we go. Then down here, we'll do, yeah, if I had a Tesla, I would consider it. Be back. See you, man. Be safe. Have fun. Kids. Alright. If point distance is less than 6, your position goes up. I'm not sure why you do that. Should probably be reading this rather than just looking at the code. But I have Nocturne here. Nocturne can just tell me. Anyone here raised by bots? I was raised by raccoons, like a good, wholesome raccoon was. What? Point, distance, my x, my y, xx, yy. If that is greater than 6. Sorry, I was talking to someone on Twitter. What did I miss? Why this? Why we do this? I should be reading what it says, but I'm not because you're here. Why do we check if this is less than 6? So it annoys me that you don't enclose your if statements. And you don't use this case. Terrible. Terrible. How are you ever the person writing these manuals? Okay. Position plus plus if position equals path get number underscore path, because it uses a copy of the global path. Otherwise, all enemies are following the exact same path. Instance destroy. It needs to be the speed the instance is moving at. So why not just be like, my speed. Or no, enemy speed. That works. There we go. Position plus plus. Get another path. This kills itself for some reason. And then otherwise, that's wrong. Okay. Otherwise, xx equals path get point x underscore path position yy equals path get point y underscore path position. It's what controls the change of points. And then at the end of this, yes, at the end of that, MP potential step XX YY enemy speed check all false. Okay. Oh, I used position rather than my position. Just thought about this. Static. Like if you call this once, right? It sets this to once the first time, and then we'll always never look at this again. So how would I reset that if it's going to start a new path? That's the starter question. Can't you just do my position equals 0? Yes, but like it does this every like it calls the function every step, right? So my position will only ever be 0. It's got to set it once and then do its thing and then reset it, you know? Otherwise, like the enemy's here, he moves once, and then he'll move back to where he started. No? Set it to 0 when the path changes? But the path doesn't change, it just updates. Every step? Okay. Let's go over how this works, all right? So I make the grid. This function is basically a wrapper. And in this wrapper, we do this, right? And in this, we set the position to 1 once, it never changes, and then we do this. So when the grid's like, okay, you need to move, it either updates all this or it doesn't.
I tend to keep the position at 0 and just delete 0.0 every time I reach it. Stack is local to the code block, so if you only want to use it here. I don't know, stack just makes me think of Java.
You know what? Let's say screw it. And how about show debug message? Hey! And we'll figure out what it does when it gets there. All right. Come get me. Come get me. No. They're not moving. They're not moving. They're still. So there's that.
Run it in the debugger and see what the values actually are.
Put a breakpoint there. Hey, you can see the actual path. That's interesting. Why does it say that the thing's there? What? Okay. Oh, because it can only be room. Okay, I'll fix that. So he's not counted as valid because he's in his own spot. Wait, so this works here. Why is it... Why does it think that these two walls are over there? It works for this one and it works for this one. But for some reason, it thinks that this one's one closer than it actually is. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make them move now. Boom. Paused. All right. What's this say? Okay. So grid is 0. Path is 0. X goal is 156. 446. Allow dialogue. Round 1. And then. My pathfinding path? T shape, sprite, rock array. That's all good. Boop. That's all the same stuff. It doesn't have any values.
P.S. I don't leave comments calling myself stupid in case someone else sees the code later and I forget to delete it.
I'm very certain that no one else is ever going to see my code, so I will call myself stupid all I want.
Open source for the win. Anyway, it's 7 a.m. here. It's been fun watching Evan fail. But I'm heading to bed. Night, peeps. All right, see you, Tal. Have fun.
So yes, for whatever reason. Oh, it's not gonna tell me these because it's in The issue is the fact that this is a local. So that means it's not doing the thing. Okay, get rid of that. Go away. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Yeah, okay, in here. My position equals 0. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. One bug at a time. Let's see if we can get them to move. So I press L. It pauses. Break out of here. Variables. Grid, path, X, Fenton, solution. It's not time. My position. My position is 0. I can change these? Are you serious? Can I just like play and do it? There you go. Okay, good. My position is 0. And they still haven't moved. Okay, so it's exactly what I said it would do and just cause the position to only ever be 0. Alright, what if I... Get rid of this. I'll copy this. Go into here. Where is the enemy? I only have 1, so... all this code will be transferred to the other enemy, so it'll be fine. There we go. My position equals 0. And then in the scripty boy, it will just update it. That should do the thing. I think. Mayhaps. Look at all this Z fighting! Okay. Fight me. Alright. My position equals 0. Play again until you pause. Position equals 0. Play again until you pause. It still equals 0. They're not moving. Can I get rid of the breakpoint? Yes. Something tells me this isn't working. Oh, well, that works. Yes, they still shoot at you when you get close. That's something I didn't think about. Add a breakpoint to the top of the code. What's that gonna do? Look, it paused at the start of the code. Wow. Well, I got all these things. Oh my god. No wonder my game is so laggy. Yeah, this isn't telling me anything. Step into it. I stepped over it. Get hover. Oh, this is the mouse. Okay, get rid of this. I don't need that. Put it like right here. There we go. Now we're in this.
And not over.
Then you can step through the code and see what happens. All right. All right. Well, so okay. One thing is this boy won't shoot. He's not shooting. Oh, they're not in the alert state. All right. Boom. Okay. So here we are. Here's this. Right. We've apparently paused on this one, not this one. So we can see. If I look at this, my position is 0. Step into the call, not over. Step into. I have found the issue. It thinks there's no path. Despite it using a path. And I can already tell you the fix for this. You see this right here? This MP grid path? It's trying to get a path while also realizing that the where is it? There you are. Realizing that, you know, it's got a thing in it. So all the path is always going to be wrong. Hey, Kazaris. And will the AIs eventually try to go around the walls and shoot you and open doors? Yeah, if I can get them moving. Baby steps. I ain't trying to get them to run before they can walk. Point is that when they do move, I want them to get close to the player, but I don't want them to run into themselves. You know? Because right now, how I had it before, they were all bunching into themselves, right? So I added to the grid that they can't be at themselves. Nocturne said to use his pathfinding guide, and that's what I'm doing. And it's not working. However, yeah, I don't. It may sound like I'm being all angry and angst, but I'm not. I'm fine. All right. Okay. Let's just. How about we read this? Our last task in this short video tutorial is to have our enemy object, OBJ Pathfinder, actually follow the new path that will be created. So open this object now, and open the create event and remove the current code block. Now add the following. Position equals 1, da-da-da. This code creates a variable that holds the current path position, as well as 2 variables to hold the actual coordinates of that position. You see, what we are going to do here is not start our instant along the path using path start, as you would expect. No, instead we are going to have it go from point to point on a path without actually using the path itself. Let me explain. With the MP grid function creates a path. The path is comprised of a number of points, the exact points in the actual receipt in the room. Now, if we have the enemy instance follow the path exactly when it changes, as the player adds wall objects, an enemy instance will jump around and look very bugged, as that will change position in the room to keep on the path. Obviously, this is not a behavior we want.
To overcome this, what we are going to do is use another and more basic AI function of GameMaker Studio that has been moved from point to point on the path in a more autonomous way, so we need to know the current go-to point and its coordinates, which, when the AI is created, is pointed to 1. But the instance isn't actually moving yet. Let's add in our final block of code to deal with that. Create a step event and open the code block and add this code. This is basically a step event. Oh! Ha 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 ha. Somebody tell Nocturne I found the issue. What have we learned? We have learned that we need to read the tutorial we're following. We're not using the path. We're using our path. Oh, crap. Hold on, wait. Time travel. Time travel. This one. Okay, go back to the future. There we go. End the enemy really fast. Where's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Enemy, 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 enemy. Aha! Alright, in here. Right, back here. Get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. We know what we're doing. We're professional programmers. Back here. If this, else, there is no path. Every step. No, I should stop doing that. I should actually use like actual code messages. No path. Okay, using this now. My pathfinding path. We don't use these, but I don't think it's a big deal if GameMaker is like, wow, you have all these extra arguments you're not using. I'll fix it later. Alright. Now move, you bitches. Why? Why? What's the issue now? What's the issue? Oh, I found the issue. Oh, God. That's no path. Oh, Jesus. There's no path. Morty. 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 There's no path, Morty. There is a function with the wrong name. Wrong name. Thank you, Gazaris. Please tell me where it is rather than yelling at me. You can tell me there's one with wrong name all you want. It's not going to help me understand. Enemy steps. Okay? What's wrong with it? What function has the wrong name? Can't write that fast. There is a function with the wrong name. Point X. Where? What's wrong with it? Oh. Look at you. Look at you. So smart.
Now do they move? No. It was working before. Why did I have to get picky? Why did I have to be like, oh, they're all bunched together. Ooh, they look gross. No, I just had to change everything. It was working. It was fine. If point distance, my x, my y, to my new x, my new y, is less than my enemy's speed. Which apparently, it's not. But you want to know the funny thing? You want to know what enemy speed is? 1. It doesn't matter, does it? What if I'm just like, it's greater than 1? Fight me! Oh, hey. Ah! It works. They're moonwalking. The moonwalking bastards. They are moving jank. They're moving. They're just not moving correctly. Stop it. All right. How about that? Get wrecked. All right. So they're moving. There's 2 issues. They're moving weird, and second, they're moonwalking. I think chat is moving slower than video for me. That's weird. One thing that you can do is setting the last node as occupied. Honestly, this didn't solve my issue. Because it's still like, hey! They're still all colliding with each other. They all grouped up. Nocturne's gone. He's off doing Nocturne things. It's his code we're using. And is he helping me? No. Sorry. It's all good. Stop chatting on Twitter. I'm more important. Twitter is forever. The jam host is like, until a raccoon dies. So, I mean, you can make another function to detect enemy collision and space them out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This works. This is fantastic. It doesn't hold any information about where to move. You can switch from MP potential step to MP potential step object. Just play Yeah by Usher in this game, and people will think the moonwalk is on purpose. I can't use copyrighted materials. That is a rule I set myself for the jam. And I'm not doing that because that entirely ruins the mood of the game I'm going for. Alright, so what does MP potential step object do? Alright. Enemy speed object. OBJ Enemy outcast. Oh god. Alright, come eat me. Ah. They're really freaking out. You can define an object, like perhaps a parent object, to all enemies for the potential steps to avoid. It works. Yeah, they're not grouping up anymore, but they definitely aren't walking correctly. It's almost like they're all trying to get to the same spot, but they keep bumping into each other. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap all this and go back to how it was before. Because that one, I know how it's doing. I know what it's like, what it's using, and it's all like good, right? There we go. Okay, so using this, we're using the path it creates from its own path and all that with its own stuff, right? The issue is in the path find, I don't want this can't be used. Okay, so this can't be like doing that. Which also means that like I don't need to run the alarm. Boop, boop. Best part of the game, first place. It is first place. It's amazing. It can't have itself. Okay, what point are they trying to get to? If I go into the AI, right? So what they do is so they face the player, they check the distance from the player, then they try to get to the X that is the player's X plus length direction 50 of the player's look direction plus a random like number, right? But sometimes what happens is the enemy will pick the same random numbers and then they'll group up to each other, or like while they're moving they group up to each other. I don't like that, you know? If the player distance is greater than 100 units, do the pathfind stuff. Otherwise, they go to the attack state. The attack state, that's where they shoot me in the face. And if I run away in that, they go back to the alert state. Wasn't it working? Yes and no. With MP potential settings, you could limit stuff like how much they can rotate in a single step. Or I could just look at like the stuff for grids. If this would open. No? Path start? Nope. Path end? Path index? Manual? Anything? The manual isn't opening. It's gone! No! How will I ever be able to do this? Why isn't the manual opening? Where's docs 2 dot yo-yo? I don't know the manual's link. There we go. I'll use the bookmark of the old one. All right. MP grid search. Okay. We have MP grid get cell, grid to DS grid, MP grid draw rectangle, add rectangle, clear cell, add cell, MP grid path. Oh, wait, hold on. What if I just clear the cell it's at? So, like, it will avoid all other cells besides its own cell it's in. You know? Because obviously, if it's in its cell, it can be there, right? So if we just remove that cell from what it's checking, it will go wherever it wants to go. Right? What have I fucked up while I've been gone? I used your code. It's not my fault. Okay, so here's my plan. Here's my plan. All right? Okay, so let's go back to the path find. All right? Let's add back the enemy. And this will update every other game frame, right? So it is adding that, right? We now need to get the cell information of where... Praise Nocturne. Praise Nocturne. Nocturne, I'm so glad that your 7-year-old code still works in some cases. What will the world ever do about your 7-year-old code that didn't work for me in this very specific instance of this game? Oh God, the time you spent on the manual is amazing, and we would be at a loss without it. How's that? Is that good for you? It doesn't sound very convincing. It's convincing if you believe it is. You just gotta believe. You're not believing hard enough. Okay, so we need to remove... It will update every like second frame, right? So in that second frame, in the pathfinding script, we need to clear the cell that the thing is in from the grid before checking the grid, right? Just stop phrasing that. Nocturne. Nocturne. Yes. Anyway, so we need to clear the cell it's in, right? Okay, so our main goal is to clear ID. Index of the MP grid to clear. Ah, yes. Okay. All right, so we need to clear grid, and then we need to get the cell that it's in, right? So, soda. Okay. Yes, MP grid get cell. The coordinate of the grid to check. All right. I really hope that works. Okay, so it returns real. But it's not returning the horizontal and the vertical of the cell. I don't need to get a cell. Then how am I supposed to check the cell the thing is in? It requires two other arguments of H and V.
Use xdiv grid size.
How do I get the grid size? Why is programming so difficult? Who made this stuff? Who wrote all this bad code in my game?
I would almost give my left pinky toe to have folks who wrote the TensorFlow manual tell me everything I need to know.
I wouldn't. I feel like my pinky toes would be wasted.
When you created the MP grid, you set a cell size.
So why not just like, okay, so obj ctr pathfind dot cell size, right? That's horizontal. This would be vertical vx del size, cell size, cell h, cell v, da. That right?
Mark over Mars. When you need a scapegoat, it's always Mark who put the bad code in your game.
It's Mark's fault I have to code in this chicken scratch. Oh, look at me. I put V instead of Y. Alright. If Nocturne is correct, then this should get the correct H and V of where the thing is. We should clear it. Then we should check to see where we are moving to. So we're essentially moving the wall we have put ourselves in away from us. So we'll see if that works. No? Wait. You need to set it again at the end. Why do I need to set it again at the end? It'll just update the next frame. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's test this first. Go for it. wait, hold on. Wait. Stop. Wait. Okay. You guys move. What is that? Why are you going sideways? What? Okay. They walk to the left, and then they move freely. Your random salt, isn't it? No, my random salt wouldn't be doing this.
They are going to the center of the grid. Why are they going to the center of the grid?
Oh, wait. Does clearing the cell make things in the cell move out of the cell?
This function can be used to clear a specific cell of the MP grid. Cells are not calculated as room coordinates, but rather as grid coordinates. This means that to clear a cell specific to a room, we must change the x and y coordinates into cell coordinate, dividing them by the... Oh. So I'm not, like... I'm not freeing the cell, I'm deleting the cell. No. NP grid index and the variable grid as free. In this example, we find the appropriate cell by taking the x and y coordinate. When you create the path, the first point is at the enemy position, but the next point is set at the center of the nearest grid cell, so the instance moves weird to get to it. But it didn't do that before. It only does this once it's cleared the cell. Add a check if the player is in line of sight, just move towards the player. Don't use the path functions unless the player can't be seen. Just move towards the player. That's fine. Just move towards the player. Just move towards the player. I'm pretty sure that's been the goal the whole time, Nocturne. Is to move it towards the player. Then add code so they don't bunch up. Alright, cool. Sounds like a plan. Let's do that. What I would do is exactly what you're trying to do. Really? Wow! I didn't think about that. That seems so simple now. Just move the thing towards the player. Alright, sure. Let's pretend not to use the grid. Okay. What's going to happen? Obviously, they're going to move wherever the fuck they want, without concern as to anything. They're just trying to get from point A to point B. Which means, let's say that point B is inside of a wall. Now, we can see the player, but there's a wall there. So they're going to walk through the wall, which, if we then turn on pathfinding, means the enemy is stuck in the wall. I thought you were making pathfinding for finding the player, not just move at the player. I'm using pathfinding so nothing bumps into the walls or doors or the player or anything else. That's not true. I'm using pathfinding so everything moves to where it's done and all the heavy lifting of go to this point is done for me. Ah, perfect. Yes, remove all of the walls. Don't worry about them. Can't run into the walls if there is no walls. I mean, like, this is fine. I just don't like that they Michael Jackson strafe over to where they're going. See, it works perfectly fine. I say that and look at them all clumped together.
All right, what about this? Where is the? There it is. What's that gonna do?
All right. Alternately, use a path culling function to remove unnecessary points so they move more naturally. Would love to talk this through. I was saying to randomize the distance that they moved when you do that random motion adding code. That's why I was thinking about scalars. Pick a random scalars. I think that he's already doing that, isn't he? Can't read the code and type at the same time. Is choosing doing that? It doesn't vary the magnitude enough. IMO. Alright. I've seen the RNG do weird things before, so we need more entropy. Maybe so, But what he's doing should be quite simple. Should be, hey mate, can you read us?
If you ever want me to stop and look at the chat, there is a redeemable thing in the channel points that will play a sound that says like hey listen, right? And I'll know that's like hey, I want you need to read the chat.
Eight, damn it!
That's the wrong one. Great job.
Maybe have var k, that's random too. Place enemies in the center of the cell and always end their movement on the cell's center. That way, bam, no more crazy strafing. Because if they all cycle through the same random numbers, the average motion is a circle. I can't. Ho 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 ha. Okay, that's chat red. Okay, so I added code that if they're like close to each other, their new point is like far the hell away. Great job, AI. I'm proud of you. So proud, in fact, that I'm gonna give you a prize. Great job. Maybe it's the randomness. Is that it? Is that what's causing me all these issues? Is the randomness of it all? It's like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing all this random bullshit? How dare you? Paste bin? What are you making me go to all these sketchy websites for? If path get number path is greater than 2, a whole bunch of random variables. For n equals 1, n path get number path n plus 1 cycles through a whole bunch of path get points. If that is that, and that is that, and that is that, and that is that, path delete point, path that, and then that. And that's it? What? And the function that creates the path. After creating the path, use that function. Then get the first point on the path. I'm confused on what you're trying to get me to do, Nocturne. I just don't want my enemies to be on top of each other's backs. I don't care about random movement. Stop clumping together! Look, you've broken yourselves. Look what you've done. See, watch. You're shooting past me. This isn't very good. You suck. Whoever created you sucks very bad. You understand this? You all are a failure. Call the path points. Make a more natural path. They won't unless you reflag the cell after clearing it. I told you earlier. I'm Nocturne. Alright, we'll try that then. Reflag the cell after they've moved? They're just starting a path. I put it here? I'm gonna put it there. Listen to me, damn it. No, I'm trying to listen to you. You're in the past. You're trying to tell future me something that he's already went on and done. Speak in the future, and I shall listen to you in the present. So I have recalled the cell at the end of their movement. Now, whether no means don't put that there, or no as in listen to me and you're not doing this, because the stream hasn't been sped up yet. MP grid add cell, not clear cell. Praise Nocturne and the Sun. I'll praise Nocturne here in a second. I'm busy. Okay. MP grid add cell. Add our cell. What's this do? My manual doesn't open. This function can't be used to clear a specific... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I want this one. With this function, we can mark individual cells within the given MP grid as being
forbidden,
meaning that the path-finding functions will not ever cross them. Now, normally, you work in XY room coordinates, and not an MP grid cell coordinates. So let's consider the following image, which shows how these two can correlate. Screw off. As you can see, the MP grid is numbered as a series of calls, that's cells, series of cells, starting at 0, 0 in the upper left-hand corner, and then when you place the grid, yada, yada, yada. You can see the instance, you can calculate mathematically the exact cell position, you can use bitwise operators, which should be known as a bitwise operators in the above code will make all OBJ wall and all door add their evident cell positions to the MP grid index in the variable grid. And the first part of the example, this is done by taking the x and y coordinates of the object and dividing them by the resolution of the grid using floor to keep the values as integers, and the second part of that. It reads the cell you cleared about the manual, let's see. So the AI of the other memories won't go into it. So you cleared the cell, create the path flag, the cell as occupied again. Create the path, flag the cell as occupied again. That sentence is missing comments.
Alright, okay. So let's, okay, calm down, stop. It's my turn to speak. Right? Okay, listen. Don't type, listen to me. So we're all on the same time stream, okay? Alright, ready? Stop talking about commas. Ready? Okay. Let's walk through this code together, right? So we're on the same page, and then we'll do this, okay? So the first thing that happens is we clear the cell that the thing is on, okay? We then check the path if it's allowed. If it is, we move on it. Otherwise, we don't have a path. So, if we're clearing the cell we start at, then we're moving, right? Do we put the, oh my god, this cell is occupied here? And then this gets cleared when it gets ran again? Or has it already moved? No. Nocturne, I see your comment. You just have to do it once. Nothing has moved yet. So I do it at the end of the function. Right here. Right? Yes. Yes, god damn it, yes. I give you all this, like, I tell you exactly how to speak in chat so that I can read you in real time, and none of you are using it. Okay. So my final question, if we're doing this, when this gets added, will it be cleared the next thing we go through? Right? So like it's not gonna like take up the entire grid, right? No, but yes. Kathy, I love that you're talking about randomness. I want to get this moving without randomness first. Mate, in Discord, can't you share your screen? Okay, there's a reason why I'm not showing the manual. It's because, one, my manual doesn't open, and two, it's in my browser window, right? And I don't like people looking at my stuff. So just run it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, come face me. Look, and now they're stuck. You know why they're stuck? Because they walked into cells that haven't been fixed yet. So they're in. See, now it's fixed. And now they're like zigzagging, like, oh my god, I can't move. Oh no, this cell is taken. It's like the cell's never being fixed. It's not being fixed. It's not being fixed. We have to go back. We have to fix it. Did I ever fix this? Depth equals like -2. That will draw on top of the floor, right? This is not drawn on top of the floor. I feel cheated. How was he drawing it before? It was, Do I have to set it to 2? Oh, well, it's gotta be in debug mode, idiot. There we go. In debug mode, draw the cell on the floor. You're not drawing the cell on the floor. Alright, screw it. We're working with Z clipping. Okay. Here's the floor. I want you all to move. If you notice, everywhere the light touches has now been deemed an invalid spot. All this red is bad. See, now they're stuck. They're on these islands. You can't get me. Oh, they can get me. Okay. So reading Nocturne, what I need to do is at the top of the code, with all the enemies, which are all running the same code at the same time, set the cells for all of them. As clear or as, like, this is a place where I am. Then clear all the enemy cells at the end. Dear Lord. Lord. Oh. Okay. No, as okay. Add the clear cell, not add cell? But for all enemies again? What? Alright, screw this. I want to zoom in. If I remember how to do that. Is it like control F8? No. F8. How's that? Can you read this now? Okay. With all enemies, we add a cell. We clear that cell. We go through this, and then we do something about here. See, Kazaris, have fun. Thanks for coming out. Okay, Nocturne. Alright. If I clear all the cells for all the enemies, right? They're never, like, resetting the cell they have moved to as being invalid. Yes, they are. This is add, not clear. Am I clearing or am I adding the cell? Clear. Okay, so I'm clearing the cells. And I have to do this with all enemies? Okay. And this will work. This will work, right? This will work. I'm running the game. I should run in debug mode so we can see the grid. Alright, I'm gonna go into full screen as well. Okay. Face me. And look, Nocturne. It's exactly like I said would happen. They're not setting the cells as being like, this is where they can't go. They're not bunching up though, so that's good. Or if they are, so okay. Nope, they're bunching up again. You know what? They don't look like they're all climbing on top of each other right now. So I'm going to call this good. Right? Is this actually like where they can't go? Or is it just the... Yeah, that's where they can't go. Although they look like they're coming. Just very, very slow about it. Making my way downtown, walking slow. Do 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 do. Ah! Yeah, so they think this is where a wall is. And also, their starting cells are wrong. Oh, it's because they're in a center of a thing. This is probably a really bad epilepsy warning. So I just need to have them be like in a center of a thing. Okay. I can fix that by killing 2 birds with 1 stone real fast. Alright, so I need, like, enemies, right? So, OBJ. Enemy. Spawner. Create. Alright. Variable definitions. Add. Enemy to create. Is an asset. Enemy HP is a real number. What else do we want them to do? Oh, direction. Enemy, look, direction. That should be it. Alright, so on start, var enemy equals instance create depth okay, z equals 0. Equals x, y, z, and then it's enemy to create. Enemy dot HP equals enemy HP enemy dot look direction? Or am I using look direction? I'm using look direction. And then just to make sure, I can't copy stuff in the chat. Equals x div obj underscore ctr pathfind dot cell size times grid size. Oh, so the same thing as cell size. Cell size plus cell size divided by 2. Alright, I'm gonna zoom this out. Damn it, I forget what the normal zoom is. It all looks weird now. Alright. Music for you to play in the background, no copyright strikes. Check out the playlist and see what you like. Royalty-free music. Is there a link to the license? Yeah, it's royalty-free, but is it copyright-free? You can use my royalty-free music in your videos and films for commercial and non-commercial purposes, whether your videos are monetized or not, without fear of DMCAs or content ID matches. I have music for your intros and outros, let's play montage tutorial skits in your channels and trailers and VFX movies. I have a diverse and extensive collection of music, such as dubstep, trailer music, heavy metal, suspense, comedy, among other genres. Check out technoax.com to explore more of my music for your video making needs and tips on my music on your videos. Oh, I just read that on the channel. Nice redirect page. Doesn't work. Alright. It's licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 internal license. Which means I'm free to share and adapt the stuff as long as I give appropriate credit to the music. And I'm pretty sure me saying what the music is by and where to get it counts as applying the license to it, so that should be fine. All right, let's look for the music then. I want something that's like, you know, in the jungle, the battle, da 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 da. You know, I want something that's like, you know, calm, like Skyrim music, you know. I could probably just play Skyrim music. What's this one? What's this? I can't tell if this is really loud. It seems really loud. Oh god. Can I like split audio sources? Do you have another audio source? Mixer! Mixer! Ah! Ah! Okay, so I could if I had another thing to play audio out of.
Yeah, that's all that. Da 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 da. Oh, wait. Hold on. There is an option to turn down sound alerts. Turn that down to like fucking 70. There's that. I don't know how to like make it quiet without having the all other audio be quiet. I'm not as good a streamer as I thought I was. Can I use source? Audio input capture. I don't want input. Audio output capture? Wow. I'll use... Oh, I can play it to my microphone that doesn't actually have a speaker in it. And then, okay, in my Windows settings, I need to tell it to play Google on my microphone, because for some reason that's a thing that works. The only issue is now I can't hear it. The stream can, I can't. That's annoying. Bah! I'll remove it. Yep, remove it. I don't know. I'll play with that later. Alright. Play with that later. All that. Okay. So I have done this monstrosity of calculation. Let's clean this up. Var grid size equals that. So we only get it once, and we already know what it is. So I can just replace that with this. This. And this. There we go. Voice crack. Alright. So that will center it on cell if fucking, it doesn't work anyway. Alright, so let's, go into the roomo. This is the room. Kill you, kill you, kill you. I should have seen what you were pointing at. You weren't. Okay. Alright. Then in instances, I can put a spawner like right here. Put a spawner like right here. Put a spawner right here. Oh, I could just do that in the room. Yeah. So I could be like variables look direction is image angle. I think that will work. And then I can just like rotate it. So he's pointing like this way. And these two would be fine. Look direction not set before reading it. It's the one I did image angle on, isn't it? No. What? You're being created. Henceforth, you should get the variables.
Do I need to do a with? Other dot HP. Other dot enemy look direction. No. Why? Look direction equals that. You. Look direction. Does the creative int access the look direction as well? Yes, it sets it to direction. Or better yet, I should just... There you go, I fixed it. And look, yay! He's not facing in the right direction. Right. Come fight me! They still sidewalk. You should be centered. Neat. All right, I want to. I'm going to say that's good enough for the jam. I want to change the fog because it's starting to feel like it's very close to my face. At least they don't all clump together now. Yeah. I can get rid of this. Don't need it. Don't need that. Right, now they will pick a random selection like this. Alright, praise Nocturnes. I got like 3 or something. Nocturne, thank you so much for making this the grid code. And it works. Sort of. I appreciate it. I probably would still be struggling with it, to be honest. But it works good enough for me for now. And that's all I can say. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, huge thanks to Nocturne for voice acting in the theme reveal. I didn't think he would go for it, but he did. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and it all came out great. He says he hates his voice, but he sounds amazing. And it's a reminder to set Advensky as my notification sound on my phone. That'd be great. That came out cool, although I do sound like shit. You sound fine. Don't worry about it. If you do want to be like, oh, I sound terrible, then talk about how you sound very, very scripted rather than like free flowing. That's a skill you can work on. Changing your voice. You shouldn't be worried about your voice. Your voice is unique to yourself. I was changing the frog. Okay. Fog and let's change this to like 4,000. This starts at like 3,000. And then the camera cutoff needs to be it'll just be set to fog in. Great. Okay. I was also told recently that I could just comment this out. Set this here. I'm going to show you all a magic trick. All right. A magic trick is I need to change all these lines, right? So put my mouse here, right? Like right here. Hold Alt, drag down. How cool is that? Like, pop, 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 right? And, oh, nope, get rid of that. Okay. In the shader, where's my shaders? There's my shader. There's fog. I can then go into fog. Where is the vector? Fog color. I use it at the end. Okay, so vect for fog color equals vec for fog color divided by 255. And that should work. I was lied to.
Why are you recreating the fog color, though? After the jam, it's just adding some noise to the walk patterns.
I mean, it's a pick your poison, really. I'm not going for full, like, oh, this is so random. You don't know where he's going, you know?
It's already there as a uniform. You just need to separate the variable.
I want to divide it, like, it's a vect4, right? But it's not, like, sanitized for the floats. At least not for, like, the floats that color requires. So I want to divide it all by 255. Rather than, like, going through the entire thing and, like, divide it individually. The vect4 part is declaring the variable. Oh. So like this? And nope, it's giving me an assign error.
I don't know if you can just modify uniforms in the shader. Make a new variable like I said before.
I'm not going to touch it. Shaders are weird. Someone yell at XOR. Ask him how I do this. Get XOR on the phone. Can I divide in an array?
Vec4 new fog color equals fog color divided by
255. All right, that works. We'll try that. Vec4 new fog color equals fog color divided by 255 floating. Yes, I ran the game and then I forgot to. Go. Do it. Oh, baby. I want the fog a little bit in. I want it like this. The fog really helped the game have the illusion of lighting before. So that's good. I'll keep that. I'm not dividing a whole bunch of numbers and then sending them to the shader. I'm just dividing it. Maybe this is too far, so like 3, 2? You know shader expert, but you know your way around. That's good. That looks good. Yeah, you can see him from far away now. And yeah, it's like in the distance. And behind you. Yeah, that's good. Alright. I'll go over that. I want to make it like slightly more closed in, just because like it did give the illusion of like there's light in here. I am not messing with lighting. Let's go for like 300. 150? I think this is what we started with. I don't know. This looks better than what it was. I'm going with this. Okay.
You don't want to look like that happy end guy on the forum asking how to do lighting in alpha and shaders? I would say no, but at the same time, I say asking for help is a good idea if you don't know how to do something. I am, however, noticing that this is wrong. This is backwards. Like, if we look at this dude, right? So in the room, he's supposed to be facing off towards where we are. And instead, he's like facing like this way. He asked me to help him in a PM. The person has basically bitten off way more than they can chew, wanting to do 3D and GameMaker, but wanting it to look like Unreal. Look, alright, so don't be shitting on people in the chat, alright? Like, even if you think that, like, oh, they shouldn't be, like, they bit off way more than they chew. Oh, look at them. Like, I don't want that. They're asking for help. They deserve help. Even if they don't realize that what they're asking is insane, they still deserve help like everyone else. Asking for help in a PM is kind of weird, but I feel like, you could just be like, oh yeah, these are the forum rules. I made the topic about PMing people. Yeah, he almost looks like he's facing just the wall. I think that's what he is. Oh, they all have HP of 1. That's not good. But I tried to help, but I don't know crap about shaders or 3D.
That's fine. I mean, you helped. That's more than being like, oh, I don't know, man.
You know? Not shitting on them. I've given help where possible, but they don't seem to understand what it takes to do 3D and GMS no matter what we tell them.
Yeah, that's different, though. I mean, like, if you're telling them, like, oh, yeah, 3D and GameMaker is very weird, and they're like, no, it's easy. It's an engine. It can do 3D. That's when you ghost the topic and don't respond. Here's what I'll do. All right. So if we want to talk about drama on the GMC, I recently found this thread and it's been bumped. Apparently there's this company that's called like game publishers, no, game distributors. And they said that like as the representative of this company, we now have a plugin that works for GameMaker games. So very obviously, people called him out on, like, who the hell are you? And second of all, his profile picture was of a TV show, which very clearly was pointed out as being not professional as a representative of a company in a very, like, informative, like, thread post. And so I looked into it. I went to the website they're talking about, and it's not. It doesn't seem legit. It seems like a big scam. And you want to know how I know this? Because it's all laid out exactly like a platform for spam games. And you want to know how I know they're spam games? Because there's copyrighted material and a game I know for a fact probably didn't get the license to use what they're showing off. And second of all, Among Us 3D by a random person I doubt is official. So, I would avoid messing with game distributors. Sounds like the Banhammer. You want the link to the topic? I'll give you the link to the topic. It doesn't. Thanks for coming. You apply for your what? What conversation have I been pulled into? Oh, it's Kazaris. All right, I'll read that later. Let me see if I can find the link again. Was it in community chat? Oh no, I can just look into my recent postings because I posted, like, what the hell is this? That's me complaining about game stuff. Nope. Wait. Nope. And then this, minor updated profile posts. Oh, weird. What was this? Face. Da 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 da. Da da da. Couple of variables. Send text message. Where is it? Yes. Okay, found it. Yeah, that's it. All right, good. Jazaris got it. I just, like, if you go to the website, and I'll show this on stream, I sure will. So this is the link, right? No, that's the wrong one. Let me go back to that. There's one of these links. I think it's just the SDK? No, it's not the SDK. Oh no, it's just this one. All right, right? This one I can show you, like, yeah, like Parkour Block 3D, Super Friday Night Fucking, Perfect Tongue, Drunken Boxing 2, Imposter IO. It's Hello Kitty and Friends Jumper. Microsoft Jewel by Microsoft. All right, that's fine. I doubt that's by actual Microsoft, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't scream I am a official distributor of products. It screams look at these games that people have made and that you're probably going to install some background stuff on your phone. Yeah, wow, no trademark issues at all to see there. And like, He joined October 14th to do this and then vanished. One post. Shouldn't this have been called? When's the thing expire? Valid from 5/22 to 9. Okay, so if he doesn't log in September, it gets destroyed. So there's that. But yeah, it seems very, very like background stuff's going on that they're not gonna talk about. I wouldn't personally recommend people getting into that. Starting with the damn avatar. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be a game distribution company, at least have like show me your logo on the the profile you're using, all right? It's weird to say the least. All right. So, here's the bullet for the enemy. Here's this. I have the attack thing set up. What's my next goal? That's pathfinding. Here's my hotkeys. This is very like displaced here until I get a menu. Oh, ew, words. Never sold a game, and even I have a logo instead of trademark content that isn't mine. Uh, I would say I have a logo, but really it's my avatar. So I'm an independent company of myself. This is good. That's fine. Where is the script? There it is. Okay. I can close the room. The room can go away. All right. So I guess we should do actual alerts rather than like if press L, you know. And they're in the idle state. Start state. Start state equals enemies idle. Yeah. Okay. Let's write some actual alert code. Okay. So the walking animation they're doing is fine. It's what Doom does. We need to check for sight or sound. I've got a meeting. I'll be back hopefully. All right. It's all good. Do your meeting. What if I told you about contacting me while I'm watching Advensky? You want to be fired. All right. Normally, what I would do for like line of sight is just do like a collision line. But this is a 3D game, right? So what I could do is a raycast. The issue, I have not done a raycast, nor know how to set up one to do. So there's that. That was my next question. You gonna script for raycasting yet? So like again, all of my collider scripts are from Dragonite, and they are in collision stuff. I can do a point, a sphere, a box, a plane, a raycast, and a line, right? Ooh, start finish. Vector 3. This looks like what I'm looking for. Is just do a line, and then like it'll get the thing. Raycast seems to be the same thing, but with a direction. And then it will return. I wonder if I could do that. Let me, okay, var raycast equals new col ray. What? Ray from what? Yeah. Ray from points. I don't really care for points. I just want in a direction. So, okay, so what I'll do is it will do a ray cast from new vector 3 x, y, and z. Or actually, let's do 16. Oh, no. Half the player's height, 8. And then the direction would be point, direction. That's point distance, point direction. Is there no point direction 3D? I thought I was using one of those. Point direction would be fine. My x, my y, obj, player.x, obj, player.y. Point direction ID, expected, comma. Yes. There we go. That should be our raycast. We then need to instantly do collider code. You just answered, though? Raycast is theoretical with no line on distance, but in practice, of course, there is commonly a limit set unless the colliders are limited. And at that point, it is basically the same as a line. Yeah, so I'll do a raycast at the player. And then I'll steal some code from the player, in fact. There we go. Ugh. Voice cracks. Ah! Ah! Woo! Check doors. Like that. Ba 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 ba. You know what? I'll even copy that bit. Okay. Dump that bad boy in here. Squeeze it down real quick. Check walls. This is old stuff. Old stuff doesn't need to be here. Okay. Cut that out. Put that up here. So if we are no clipping, we won't even do the raycast. Alright. Let me throw this over here. What's this? There you go. That sounds cool. How's that? Is that good? Should be like in the background. Is that too loud? Sounds okay? Alright.
Boom! Music. Oh, and there's a the 3-month subscriber badge for the Evan Jellies. I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, there's like different like Evan Jellies for the subscriber badges. If you've been subscribed for like I think it's like 12 months, you get a rainbow Evan Jelly, so that's pretty cool. Sadly for like Nocturne, you can't see his, but it is there if you scroll through all of the badges he's got. You should have the 3-month badge as well. You have too many badges. You're the only person who cheered bits, so you have all the bit badges. Okay, so we do raycast at the player. We then need to check the raycast. I don't think shape position is needed. This is really bad, but it's the only thing I know, so shut up. We don't need a DX and a DY. And we don't need to reset the position. We don't need to check it twice because we already checked it once. For some reason, this is outside of the idle state.
Hey, listen!
What? You don't have the Evan Jelly badge? Black Nocturne. No. I don't know. Twitch is weird. I hate to tell you. I just don't know. Where do I get more of that like chiptune stuff? That was really cool. That sounds like I'm not paying attention to you, but I did. I just don't know why you don't have an Evan Jelly badge. Only thing I can tell you is it may be because you have all the cheer badges that it's not like showing up. If other people cheered, then you know, we could see the Evan Jelly badge. Is there really no more of that chiptune stuff that guy had? Damn. Here, I'll play this. There we go.
Alright, so this is wall dot shape dot check ray R shape.
This is awesome and Creative Commons. Buy album for $3 or more. There we go. Alright, we'll listen to this then.
Alright, anyway, so that's the walls. We need to check the door. Oh, this is kind of loud.
Ah! This is great. I don't know how to turn it down in Google. Displays a little speaker icon on the tab of playing audio. To mute the audio for a tab, right-click the tab and choose Mute Site. You can perform this maneuver without leaving your current tab. I don't want to mute it. Click on the volume master icon and adjust the slider to control the volume of that tab. Oh, that's a plugin. Damn it. Whatever, no music. We suck. We're terrible streamers. I just don't know how to turn it down without turning down everything else. I'm gonna turn that into a sound that people can play on the stream. Just you wait. What if I do this? Alright, good. Great. I'm glad that turned it down for myself. Well, now it's loud in my ears. There. I don't like this song.
I have to like constantly adjust the volume. Oh, here's what I could do. No, that's not gonna work. I thought I could be big brain and like turn it down, but like turn it up in my my headphones. But that didn't work. I don't know. I'll just have to get like a fucking Monster Cat license or something. Like Spotify playlist of royalty-free music. Like I could turn down the volume on like Spotify. I don't know. That I'll have to play with Streamlabs again. Make sure it's not like, you know, oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you messing with audio channels? You stupid dip. Alright. Door.z is fine because that checks if we're going under the door. We don't need to mess with this. Don't need to do it twice. Like this. This is checking that. Did I leave the move thingy in? No, I didn't. Okay, good. No, that should be false. Do the same for here. What? You happy now? Quit yelling. Alright. So... Alright, so get rid of that one. Check walls. Doors. If it is this. If it's an unmovable. Right, if we're under it. If we have collided, enemy line of sight false. Put that there so the game stop yelling at me. Tab that in. Alright. So now, after all of that, I've just need to check the player, which we have already done, and the bullet thingy. There we go. And instead of check around bounding box or whatever, we're gonna choose this. I don't want it to start killing us. I don't want it to destroy itself. I want it to return that we have a line of sight. And now we're going to do some programmer magic, right? So, let's explain this code, right? So, we do a raycast at the player. We then check to see if it's hitting the player. If it is, we get line of sight true. We then check to see if it's blocked by walls. If it's not, shut up. If it is, enemy line of sight is false. Then we check doors, right? If it's hitting a door, we stop it and say it's false. If the door is open, which is this like Z check, It'll just go under the door. That's not right. Our Z is 8, so 8. The movable doors are weird. Display Z is 16, so 16 times 4 equals 64. Wall is 32 by 32. So wall is 32 by 32. 8 times what equals 64?
You're gonna love my nuts.
Wonderful. Z equals Z. Z times M equals 64. Wall is 32 by 32. You're gonna all laugh at me. Shut up. It's 4.
Evensky, gotta go, mate. Good luck with this. I'll see you next stream. Alright, see you, man. See you, Nocturne. Thanks for coming up.
I appreciate all your help. Yeah. So if the door is higher than our 8 check, right? It will go under the door, and it'll be fine. And that'll set it to false. Now, the reason why we check for the player first is because it will set enemy line of sight to true, right? Just so like there's a default case, we'll set it to false. So it's set to false. It'll be set to true. And if both of these don't get a collision check, it will stay true, and then we see a player. Otherwise, it'll be false. We check if it's false. We don't see the player. It's amazing. Right? So then we can do if enemy line of sight enemy AI state equals enemy states alert. There we go. And then otherwise it will just loop around and do the IL state again. And so this should be just line of sight. That should work. Raycast is only referenced once. Oh, right. Okay, so instead of shape, we need to do raycast. 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 And then at the end of this, we need to delete the shape. So, var raycast equals 0. And what that would do is it will just like prevent the constant creating of shapes because of the new. I believe. Maybe. Mayhaps. Let's try it. Uh-huh. Okay. Unable to find instance for object index 91. Okay. There's gotta be a vec 3. So Does that work? No, it seems to work. None of them are going into the alert state, though. Oh, you know what? That is because we are seeing it, but the raycast goes past us and hits a wall. So that's not good. Okay, so it is doing a raycast. At least I can be sure. Let's do this then. Let's comment out the checks. And there we'll know for sure or not if it's actually doing a raycast. It would seem that there is a small problem. Yes. The issue is, I don't know the second one. Or I'm either doing it wrong or I don't know the second one. That's the issue. Let's look at the other stuff. So we could try a line. I know that seems like it's just like a pair of coordinates. No, this isn't working. Mm-hmm. Damn. What do we do? 8. Gotta head out too. Keep at it. Good stuff for your first foray into 3D. Alright, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Probably gonna wrap it up. Food that I got like hours ago is like super cold now. Um, but yeah, I'll work on this still, even though I'm not streaming. I just gotta regroup, gather like what's wrong here. But yeah, great progress. It's doing good. So I thank everyone for coming out and watching the stream. Make sure to follow me on my socials. You can find them right below the stream in my about. It should be links to everything. That's the best way to help me out and support me. Cheering, donations, subs, and all that. Those are really good. And if not, just you sitting here watching it. It's all good. I'll play an ad for all the bots that I usually get. If you want to help me out that way, you can just sit and watch that ad. It gives me like a few pennies. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming out. I appreciate everyone watching. And I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but if I do, I'll let everyone know on my social stuff. So yeah, it's been fun. I'll see you all around.